live, we have 4 simple rules. Number 1, we don't discuss politics. Ever. Number 2, this is not a religious channel, and while you might hear people say, God bless you, or I'm going to pray for you, or I wouldn't have gotten through this without my faith, that's fine. What's not fine is to say, my God is better than your God, or here's why you're not getting into heaven. It's not going to fly. Number 3, we believe wholeheartedly if you can't control your tongue, then you can't control your life. So while on board, there's not going to be any cursing in the live chat. Period. And number 4, there is no room for mean people on the lifeboat. Because we discuss very sensitive things from people's past in our group setting, we got to protect those people. The only way they feel confident and comfortable discussing those things is in an environment that is free of trolls and mean people. So if you're a mean person or you're a troll, we're going to block you for life. And if your account happens to be less than 24 hours old, we're probably a little suspicious right from the word go. Why? Well, because there are people in this world who enjoy being cruel solely for the sake of being cruel. It's not going to fly here. But if you're here because you're trying to get sober and live your best life, then you might find that the lifeboat is just that, a lifeboat. I'm Captain Tommy Scoville, and we will see you on deck.
Hey guys, what's up? What is up? Somebody give me a 5 for 5 and we'll go ahead and crack on with this. Sorry about all that mix up a little bit earlier. I had some tech issues on the back end of it. My OBS crashed on me right as I was starting the stream. So anyway, we're here now. Somebody let me know you can hear me, and then we'll go ahead and move on. 5 for 5. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. And again, guys, yeah, my OBS crashed. My web camera's having issues, so you got an anchor tonight. You're not going to see my face, so you're going to have to look at that anchor tonight. But, yeah, Tommy's doing what Tommy should do and take care of his family. He had some stuff happen, you know, not bad stuff or anything. He just had to take care of some stuff with him and his family, and so that's what he's doing. And he's fine, so everybody understands. Everybody understands that. And I'm doing what he did for me this whole past week while, you know, I'm still sick, just so you guys understand that too. But I'm able to do that. We had already planned on doing this tonight anyway, but he just can't be here right now. So anyway, there's really no topic tonight, just so you guys understand that too. I wasn't prepared for a topic, but yeah. So if there's anything you guys want me to talk about, I can for a few minutes, or if there's anything, just anything at all, right? I guess, you know, Tommy was talking about perspective the past couple times, and, you know, it is definitely something people have to really get their head around. A situation can mean one thing from one viewpoint, and a situation can mean a totally different one in another, right? It's like this, and I'll say it like this. You know, I'm not sure if you guys watch too much, you know, magic, like magic tricks and things like that. But what people don't understand about like sleight of hand magic, it is basically based off of the angle, your perspective of how you're looking at something. That's how they hide everything, right? You know, when you do your sleight of hand, you know, you can change one card to the other, and people are like freaked out about it, and they don't know how it's happening. And all it is basically you just can't see them make their movement. That's all that it is. Your eye can't move fast enough. You can't do all that. But if you were able to stand behind a magician that was performing the trick that was supposed to be out in front of them, you would be able to see exactly what was going on. And I may show you guys something like, because I can do some sleight of hand magic, but I may show you guys that in the future. But it's a pretty good visualization to get a good idea of what we're talking about when we're talking about perspective. And that goes for all of our, you know, issues we have in our own lives. Not just in recovery, just in everything that we do. So, yeah. You know, if you're looking at it from the wrong perspective, It doesn't necessarily have to be the wrong perspective. It could be just a different one, right? There's a bunch of ways to get to the same conclusion. A bunch. All right? And, I really don't know what else to say about that, because you can go down one road, and you can go down another, and we all know that sometimes we got to take those detours, and you got to go to get to your destination. So, yeah. How do I get that unbreakable mental state, that mental strength that makes me reach every goal? How do you get there? You get there by continuing to try to get there. Now, I can tell you this, that you're probably never ever going to achieve that. It doesn't necessarily mean that should not be your goal, right? We all have things in our lives that it's just a constant, push to get to the end of it and to get to a place where we like to get to. But we all know in the back of our head there are a few things that we know that's just not possible to get to that sort of level. And so what I'm saying is that if you're looking at something and you're trying to get like an unbreakable mental state, is what you said, that is a very, very hard thing to get to. I'm not even sure if that's possible, just so you understand. Good to see you, T. Prada. Sorry, I'm going to squirrel a little bit tonight, guys, because I want to address the chat, because, we don't really have a topic. So, hey, guys, I can't stay. A friend of mine lost everything. Oh, God, a house fire. Oh, that's horrible. Chi-Chi, prayers for you. Guys, everybody pray for her and, Chi-Chi's friend and the family there. 4 kids and lost everything, man. That's rough. I have a friend that actually happened to earlier this year. It's not a good thing. If I resist desires, can that give me strength? Resisting? It just depends on what you're talking about, desires. Yeah, if you're looking at, who knows, I don't know, maybe whatever you're talking about. I'm assuming you're talking about like addiction. You always want to resist those things, and it can help. You got to try to resist the desire to do the bad things. That goes for everything in your life, I would think. Yeah. I just don't know what else to say with all that, It's a good line of thinking there, We'll never get to that goal. Never will. Never will. Won't happen. So, and again, you can struggle to get there all you want, but you just won't get there. And I know it sounds sucky, but that is the truth. That's the truth of the matter. Part of beating this, what we go through every day, is doing that. Realizing what we can accomplish and what we can't. And sometimes what we can't accomplish, if we know that we can't get to the end of that road, then, sometimes we want to get on a completely different path. There's nothing wrong with getting away from that, whatever issue that is. You don't have to face it head on. If you don't ever see it again, then it can't mess with you. Okay? It will a little bit in your head when we're talking about addiction, but eventually that even fogs out to almost nothing. So, just saying. Yeah, good to see you, Kenny. Good to see you. It is good to see you, Kenny. How you been? I'm sorry, I am a little bit around the horn here a little bit. I don't mean to be. Just trying to read the chat and see what we're doing there. Miss Harmon, how you doing? Joanna, good to see you. Holy curl. I must have missed some stuff there in the chat. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, I missed a couple things there. Sorry, Kenny. Well, thanks for your service. Rehab at the Veterans. Yeah, that's in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. Are you in Kentucky, Kenny? I know you guys are having a bad time down there. That's horrible. What's going on down there? Yeah, Kenny. That's definitely something that we all gotta just push through with that. It is what it is. It is what it is. We gotta, you just gotta keep working at it, guys. And I think that's a point that people have to really try to wrap their brain around, is that this is a journey that we will never get to the complete end until we get to the complete end. There's no time limit for this. It's a mistake to put a time limit on yourself. And, and that goes for a whole lot of discussion. Whole lots of different things there that can be applied. You can sit there and talk about a whole lot of things, and that journey that you're on is really, you've heard people say, it's not about the destination, it's the journey, right? And it's kind of what we're talking about when we say that, but this is a journey that we have to work to stay on. And that in itself, you got to be able to start appreciating that journey. Oh, you was on another live chat? That's cool. It's my blood pressure's fine. My fever's still up and down. I'm still fighting out a little bit, guys, but other than that, I'm good. I'm okay. Yeah, Captain's okay. He's good. Just had some stuff come up tonight, right? Right about, about a half hour before we were supposed to go live, which is how it happens. I mean, I've done that to him multiple times. Especially with me being sick. Sometimes, when you get sick like that, you don't feel too bad and you think you can do something, and then right as something's getting ready to happen, you start feeling either really bad or start getting, nauseous, that kind of a sickness. And it is, that's what happens. And this is what we do. This is why we have at least two of us doing this, because that's why. We can, try to pick it up and keep moving. We want to be here for you guys, and yes, exactly, T. Prada, family first, always, no matter what. That's what comes first. My daughter had her program last night, and I was so happy to be able to go to that. I had to try to stay away from people as much as I could, make sure I wore my mask and everything, just to make sure that, I wasn't, I don't have that particular thing, if that's what, don't get that from that statement, but just being ill at all, you try to stay away from as many people as you can. That's what I did, but I wasn't going to miss her program. She worked on that for too long, and she did a really good job, and it was a good time. Really good job. What is going on here? What are you talking about, Sarah? What's up? How are you? Miss V's in the house. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Miss V. I appreciate you. Charlie, Flamin'. I seen Leisure in here earlier, too. Joanne already said hi to you. Good to see you again. Stacy. T. Prada's in the house. Miss Hermit. Kenny's here. Who else is here? Chi-Chi. She had to run out because of that. Yeah, guys, please keep that, keep her and that family in prayers, guys, please. Yeah. So, DJ Daddy-O, what's up? So I'm just kind of squirreling here, guys. Yeah. How you feeling, Leisure? You doing okay, man? Are you progressing and getting better and stuff? And again, guys, I'm sorry I don't have a topic to really I should have a backup here, and I didn't. Again, guys, my whole routine got kind of screwed up this week because of not feeling good. And yeah, we probably won't stay on very long tonight, just so you guys know. I'm here basically, what we were going to do, I was just going to pop on, tell everybody, hey, everybody's fine. We're just going to kind of take a break tonight. And, but I wanted to make sure you guys are okay. And Tommy wanted the same. He always wants you guys, he was going to actually do that. And I said, well, I'll do it. Then I was like, well, I'll just do a live stream and make sure everybody's fine before I pop off. So. Back at you, Kenny. Please come back. You're always welcome here. And if you need anything, you can contact Tommy at the email there in the description. Contact me. Mine's in there too. So, Skipper ain't here, M. Hunt. I am the first mate. Yeah, Sarah, they're warning of bad weather again. They've already got tornado warnings and stuff out. This one is a little different, though. In case you guys didn't know, I'm a complete weather nut. That's really what led me into doing some space weather. But that storm we had back on the 10th was something that's never been seen before. Just so you guys understand that. It is definitely, it's not just breaking records as far as devastation and all that. It's breaking records on lengths of how big storms were. Well, it did break the record for the longest tornado on the ground for the longest amount of miles. Yeah. We're talking, they call it a quad state tornado because it was on the ground for 4 states. It actually crossed the Mississippi River. When I heard that, I was like, whoa. And obviously when it gets onto the water, guys, they call it a water spout. But, and then once it gets back on land, they call it it's the same thing. Water spout's nothing more than a tornado on the water. But, yeah. Sorry, you guys don't need that kind of lesson, but. Back at you, Kenny. And thanks for your service, man. And, hang in there, man. I'm glad you're here. Flamin' posted his link. There you go. Go give him some love. 70 to 90 miles an hour winds here today. Yeah, Leisure. That's something else too. That's a little different than what happened with this other storm. 70 to 90 mile an hour winds, guys. You got to understand that's hurricane strength winds. Most of those are gust strength, but there were places that were experiencing, hurricane strength winds sustained, which means they get to a certain level and they stay there. It's not a cool thing, but yeah. Yeah, those storms are just off to your west, DJ. They're popping off in, I believe, Nebraska, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. That's where and obviously that's right around Illinois. So, hey, Miss Honeybee, good to see you. Yeah, guys. I mean, yeah, the weather is just all, yeah. And again, that's you got to pray for these people, especially that when that stuff. Anytime you have a tornado at night, I mean, that's just bad news all the way around. You can't see the stupid thing unless it hits a power pole and flash a light, or you see lightning. And what was bad about this one, guys, and I'm going to stop talking about this after I say this, because obviously this isn't a weather channel, but the tornado that did all the damage was what they call a wedge tornado, which means it was wider than what it was tall. Okay? So it means it looks like a big wall of clouds. So you wouldn't even know unless you knew what to look for. Those things are mistaken even during the day. So at night, you're not going to see it. You might hear it, and thank God there was some warnings, but they were talking about this, and that's what's good about technology, because they really have gotten a lot better at that. And they were talking about this 10 days before it happened. So, but at the same time, you just can't, there's only so much you can do about stuff like that and warn people. But yeah. You got poker tonight, Keith? Well, good luck, man. I love poker. I played poker for years. Played a lot of Texas Hold'em. Win some for me, would you? Oh man, Keith, you should think about doing some sort of a poker hot sauce. That'd be cool, like a royal flush sauce or something. I don't know if that's ever been done or not. CW, what's up? So does anybody have any issues right now that they want to talk about or anything, or if you guys got a question about anything in recovery, throw it at me here, guys, and I'll try to see if I can help. I'm not gonna just keep doing all that, but that is what it is. So yeah. So please give me something to help you guys with, or if you guys let me just throw something at me. If you guys got a subject you're wondering about, we'll try to get it answered, okay? Try to get it answered. What your son needs prayer, Sarah? What's going on there? Sugar? Tea Prada? Yeah, sugar is that definitely affects everybody right now. That's definitely a bit that again we've talked about that before, but it's still that is definitely one of those things that we all have to deal with. It's much like an alcohol thing in the fact that it's everywhere around us and it's legal. Okay? So, yeah. Yeah, sugar's in almost everything we eat. You guys got to understand, when the carbohydrate stays in your body, it turns to a sugar. Then it turns to fat after that. So, if people don't know the biology there, that's kind of what happens. Yeah, and again, guys, sugar is sugar. That's something that, I guess what I'm saying is that it's so readily available and it's all around us all the time, especially around the holidays and around any kind of celebration, you're going to see it. Much like alcohol. And that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you hate it, you love it, can't shake it. Yeah. And the thing of it is, guys, if you want to look at something that's one of the things that you can and you have to have some to survive. Right? Yeah, carbs is the problem, not the fat. You're right. 100%. 100% right. The best diet I ever went on, and I don't promote diets or anything like that, because I think that's all individualized to each person. I did really well on a low carb, like an Atkins diet. I lost like 80 pounds doing that. But with doing those kinds of things, you can't come off. You can't mess up the diet at all, because you got to get your body in what's called ketosis. And when you get into ketosis, that means your body's burning fat for fuel. So you can actually get what they call keto strips, and you go in there and you pee on a stick or whatever, and it'll tell you whether or not you're in ketosis. And if you're in ketosis, you will lose weight while you sleep. Yeah, and guys, I mean, I hate it. I love it. That kind of thing, like T. Prada said, can't shake it. That's one of the long-term things that will affect you, right? That you're not going to have an immediate bam on you with that, like you would say an alcohol, right? And that's kind of what I'm saying. Sugar, when you start screwing up with that, because you'll start gaining weight. So that gives you kind of a warning. And sometimes with alcohol and drugs in general, you will not get any warning, and then you wake up one day and realize you're addicted. Then you can't. Then you're like screwed, because you got to sit there and you got to try to figure it out after that. That's one of the hardest things for people to wrap their brains around, because, like myself, people could never ever believe how I ever became addicted to an opiate, because they just, that wasn't me. I just didn't do that kind of stuff even when I was a kid. And again, I don't judge people that did. Obviously, you guys know that. I've told my story before, but I was a kid that didn't even, partake in the herbage when I was a kid. I don't know. I guess I might have been a little different back then. Different than the rest of the kids around me, I guess. I don't know. I honestly don't know why I didn't do it when they were doing it. And, maybe I was at some level scared to do it. And I would give my parents some credit for that too. They really helped me understand things on that end of it. And it kept me from, doing it then. But then I get hurt and I start taking opiates. And then again, I wake up one day without no medication and figure out I'm addicted now. That's how it happened to me. That's a short story of it, but that's definitely what happened. I appreciate you, Joanna. Thank you. Where you at, DJ? Keep losing power. Yeah, that's okay, man. That's I'm telling you, the weather's bad everywhere right now. It's, we're getting into winter here in the northern hemisphere, obviously, and, but just remember, I can't remember who said it. Might have been, who said that? I think it was Sarah said that, we got how many days till the first day of winter? Then all the days start getting longer again. That's how you got to look at it. You know what I mean? It's a great attitude. No, CW. He just had something pop up right at the last minute, and so I told him I'd take care of it tonight. He's good. Well, thanks, Sarah. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. 115? Yeah, she's down under, right? Yeah. I mean, that down in Australia, exactly. I mean, believe it or not, guys, their climate's pretty close to us. They live in what they call mid-latitudes. What that means is, from the equator to each pole, about half. If you just cut that in half in each hemisphere, that would be considered the middle latitude in the northern and southern hemisphere. And if you look at that, Australia kind of lines up in the southern hemisphere like the United States does in the northern. So their climate across their country is very similar to ours. Now they have different weather patterns, okay? And weather systems move the opposite direction down there, just so you know. That's just what happens. But thanks, Miss Honeybee. I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's yeah, I try doing it, and I haven't done a live stream over on my channel for days, and I can't. I just didn't feel good at all. Hey, Opera, how you doing? Good to see you. But as far as the sugar goes, guys, I mean, you guys can try substitutes. Let me move something. You know, and I would say this, like, you know, I did go to Splenda. Like if you're having like I don't know, a sweet tooth or whatever you want to call it, it's not gonna. Here's the thing, guys. Okay, when you like eat sugar, you got to remember when you go to like something like Sweet and Low and stuff like that. It's different. It's not a sugar at all. Period. So your body's not going to get that same sugar feeling. You can fool your mouth and fool your brain into thinking that it was for a second. But as far as any kind of, because you get physically addicted to that stuff. Okay? Understand that. So any kind of like physical withdrawal you would have if you took all the sugar out of your life, you're still going to get those. And it ain't going to be severe stuff. It'd be more like headache or something. Maybe a little nausea or something. But that's still going to happen. Even if you're fooling your taste buds. Because it's a different chemical in your body. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man? So keep that in mind. So I went to Splenda. And the reason I went to Splenda is because it is derived from the sugar cane. And they were able to, you know, obviously process all that and get it to where it's at now. And their attempt was to take all the bad stuff about sugar out of it, but leave some of the taste. And it, you know, it's pretty concentrated. Like if you guys are struggling with that and you want something sweet to drink or something, I would suggest getting Kool-Aid and putting Splenda in it. And if you use Splenda, most recipes will call for one for each cup of sugar. You have to cut it back to a half a cup of Splenda. So it's about half. I know this isn't our typical addiction talk, but it is part of what we talk about. So yeah, store-bought honey there's a lot of sugar in it. I'm starting to feel a little bit better, Chris. I mean, obviously you guys could probably hear my voice is a little bit better now. I am still ran down really bad. I'm still getting fevers at night. But other than that, you know, I think I'm on the upswing of this right now. So hopefully everything will be good. I try not to talk about it a whole lot, guys, because 30 years of my life have been nothing but medical mess. And I just, you know, I don't know. It's hard to keep talking about that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Half a packet? Oh yeah, you're talking about sugar packets, right? Like sugar, Sweet and Low, and Splenda packets for like coffee and stuff like that. Yeah, you can buy it in the big bulk bags though. That's how we do it. And you can substitute it in your recipes. Now, if you're gonna put it in like a brownie batter or something like that, it definitely will. It will change the taste a little bit. Oh yeah, sorry, Kiss Rick. Yeah, it's not really. Remember, guys, it's just something that popped up. He had to go take care of. That's all. Hey, he's fine. Everybody's fine. Just want to make sure everybody knows. I don't want anybody to think that something that he's, something really, 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 really bad happened to anybody or anything like that. Not like that at all. Okay. Hey, Saigon. Oh, that was I hit the go live button on my OBS. My OBS crashed right as I did that. And so I had to start up a brand new live stream. That's what happened, Saigon. Sorry about that, man. And when I fired it back up, my OBS is having problems recognizing my webcam. And that's why you got the anchor there instead of my ugly mug. But yeah, guys, so yeah, I know this wasn't a very exciting live stream, and I'm sorry for that. But I wanted to come on here and at least let everybody know that hey, everybody's fine, all that kind of good stuff, and make sure everybody was okay. It looks like everybody's doing okay in there right now. Hey, Harper's mom, good to see you. Keep Chi-Chi's Chi-Chi had to bolt out, guys, because one of her friend's house burnt down. So if you guys could give some prayers for her. And somebody else was needing prayers earlier too. Son, whose son was it? I forget. I'm sorry, you guys. My brain is just not one lump or two. That's a good one. Was it Sarah's son or was it Stacy's son? I can't remember. Sorry, guys. I am sorry about that. I think it was Sarah's son, but... Okay, yeah. Sarah, okay. It was Sarah? Alright, yeah, I thought it was Sarah's son. I can't remember whose son was, needed some prayers. So yeah, guys, please. Oh, yes, Kenny. Down in Kentucky, guys. Yeah. So please keep, yeah, Sarah's son. That's what I thought. I'm sorry. But yeah, guys, give all those guys some prayers, well wishes, thoughts, whatever your thing is. Please do it. I honestly, and I'm with everybody else for the majority of this, that, guys, that really does help. I know it sounds nominal, and I know it sounds like, yeah, everybody always says that. Well, take this in consideration. This is what I tell people. What happens if you do stuff like that for people? Right? If you're going to give somebody prayers and well wishes, whatever your thing is to do, and if you're not quite sure that, hey, maybe that's working, maybe it's not, well, think about this. What if the whole world just said, screw that, and didn't do it, and it actually was doing something? Then what would happen? You know what I mean? What I'm saying is it can't hurt to do it. That's one thing that I do know. There's nothing bad that can come from praying for somebody or sending somebody well wishes, love, light, whatever your thing is, right? Nothing bad from that's going to happen. But on the, for people that don't actually have a spiritual belief or anything like that, on the opposite end of that, if everybody was to stop, there is still even people that don't believe in that stuff will most likely will say that, yeah, there's a possibility of it. Well, why eliminate that possibility? Because if it is, then that may be what's holding it all together now. You just don't know. That's kind of what I'm saying. Well, we'll pray with you, Sarah, okay? I mean, yeah. I'm sorry you're going through all that. Really am. Yeah. Anytime our kids are involved, guys, it triples how stressful it is, if not more. You know, I guess I'll do this. Listen to this. Why don't you guys just take on a challenge from Mr. Wages here and try to watch the movie Pay It Forward this Christmas season and see what happens. If you guys have never seen the movie Pay It Forward, you need to see it. I know it's an older movie with Helen Hunt and the kid from Sixth Sense is in it. Guys, I'm telling you, if you watch that movie and if people were to actually apply that whole mindset and do what is said there, could you imagine what would happen? It would touch the whole world very, very quickly. In such a positive way that, man. And if you continue to do that, I mean, it would just be, it's one of those things, man. It would recircle back to you. It would keep, and if people don't know what a pay it forward thing is, I'll just tell you the basic of it. The basic is that if somebody does something good for you, then you go do something, no matter if it's big, small, or whatever, you go do something good for 3 other people. And you tell them that, hey, pay it forward. So they do the same thing you did. What happens there? I don't think people understand how fast that would spread. You're doubling the number every time. Each person's doubling that number. And it's kind of crazy. Well, not each person, but at first it would be. But yeah, you guys get it. Anyway, it would go out like a big tree. And it would just cover the planet. And that's exactly, sometimes, guys, people that are even the most nasty, hateful people, if you do something good for them when they don't expect it, sometimes that can change them in ways you don't even understand. Because the next person they come in contact with, they're going to think about you and what you just did for them. And they're going to wonder, why did he do that? I've always been mean to him. So when that next person he talks to, he may not be as hateful. You never know. Anyway, yeah. So I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. I do appreciate all you guys stopping in. And I hope you guys can forgive me for the lack of a topic tonight. It kind of was a little bit slow of a stream because of that. That and my tech issue here at the beginning kind of knocked me off my little routine here. But is what it is. But we will see you guys tomorrow morning. And look forward to it. Going to have us a good time tomorrow morning. And guys, anybody needs prayers, please give it to them. Again, Sarah's son, Kenny, Chi-Chi's friend, anybody else that's asked for prayers in there. Thoughts, love, light, whatever your thing is. So, all right, guys, I am going to take off. So, God bless. Yahusha saves. And this is the lifeboat.